light in the sky. But one little kid sits alone to cry. Who is that kid with pen and pad now ready to die? That's just Sean of the 4th grade, sitting alone with paper making an ace of spade. Intense playing cards, ready to raid. Fascinated with Yu-Gi-Oh! Always play. Used to play soccer with the kids on the field. Told Sean to get lost, he was ready to yield. But put with the ball as he wasn't wheeled. People aim for the head, so he used the goal. Used to play soccer with the kids on the field. Told Sean to get lost, he was ready to yield. But put with the ball as he wasn't wheeled. People aim for the head, so he used the goal as a shield. As the kid went alone looking for a pal, the kid would sit down listening to Weird Al. So he tried playing basketball, but did hear foul. The kids all laughed, so he cried as if they were Simon Cowell. He tried playing kickball, baseball, and tag, but was tossed from each field like a frag. Clop, 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 went his boots on the asphalt after capture the flag. The kids didn't like Sean, felt he was a drag, but not a thought of suicide crossed his kid's mind, because he just thought they could kiss his behind. So he sat alone, picked on, discriminated, fined, because come 6th grade, he got worse than meat grind. So he felt each year he had no friend, till grade 9, his luck bend. As the kid went alone looking for a pal, the kid would sit down listening to Weird Al. So he tried playing basketball, but to hear foul. The kids all laughed, so he cried as if they were Simon Cowell. But not a thought of suicide crossed his kid's mind, because he just thought they could kiss his behind. So he sat alone, picked on, a discriminated find, because come 6th grade he got worse than meat grind. So he felt each year he had no friend, till grade 9 his luck bend.
Next to do rap, ain't that 1 for the dozen, 2 for the street, 3 for them dancing by the sound of his feet, 4 for the sunglasses and Pito Street, 5 for the guy not named Pipsqueak, and then active by his side, it's Doodletones is who I am today, with an attitude on my shelf, okay. And anyone who thinks the chorus is short, it's a chorus, okay. Create your own version. Doodletones is who I am today, with an attitude on my shelf, okay. And anyone who thinks the chorus is short, it's a chorus, okay. Create your own. 1 for the dozen, 2 for the street, 3 for them dancing by the sound of his feet, 4 for the sunglasses and Pito Street, 5 for the guy not named Pipsqueak, and an active by his side, it's Doodle. Listen to the beat.
Started March 20th, yeah, in the spring, and I was looking for something to satisfy myself, making beats, showing off my raps. So this is the way I started my naps. It was just peace from Doodletones from there on out. Then I heard about earthquake victims and I wanted to shout, cause the memories of the good days disappeared before me. Cord your nets for these, so no photos please. We all just have to sing along to DJ Chip beats and DJ Din Dink songs, because I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. And I'll just hang up on the mantle to give the KCRPSA music example. I'm an overachiever now, a real guitar. Wow, it's a warning to you all. This is to make up for that last song's fall. I'm just a little RC car, mega mixing it up. I'm not 1 week away from school, but I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. Matt Tube says enjoyed the chorus. Music Shake is the only place Degeneracy sees. I'm just making a sound song, a bittersweet symphony. Listening to 11 minutes of Bells of Roxy. In a Mexican restraint, but I'm in middle school too. No, I isn't just another Tones freestyle. Ooh, my raps will live on, or my name isn't Sean. I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back.
Unmute me, and then I will unmute you. Okay, I'm gonna crack open a soda, and we're gonna fucking do this. We are going to do this. We are live. Everyone can hear us. We are ready for this nightmare. The worst shit.
I want to perish.
This is the worst of the doodle role plays.
Well, wait, you're just on the role plays. This isn't the worst.
I know,
of
but
the
everything
roleplays.
we
It gets even
have here,
worse.
everything we have here is like the most notable doodle role plays.
No, it's in chronological order.
No, I'm saying we got.
Well, okay, no, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely
You're
true.
being
I did
pedantic.
weed it some. I did weed it some. You're right.
Yeah, you're being pedantic. Okay.
Oh, I'm not ready for this.
Okay.
Again, do not eat during this stream, and just be ready for pain, chat. Be ready for pain. If it gets too disgusting, there's a fair chance we're going to skip some of these, because like they're really gross. There's one in particular that's really nasty. That's not in the worst of them. Just because that one's not in the worst of them because it doesn't involve children, I believe. But it's still really, really nasty.
Okay, so to give you guys a little summary about what we're doing here. We have been covering Doodletones' document for 2 videos now. This is the 3rd video. We talked about Doodle's history in the first one. Then we showed off Doodle's Degeneracy in the 2nd episode. Now we're going into the role plays that Doodle would do. And I'm gonna warn you, it's bad.
The worst of
I'm
it.
also going to tell you, I'm not going to read all of it. I'm going to read as much as I want to of one, and then I'll skip. When I feel like I get the gist of it, unless Lava says that there's something I need to pay attention to, I'm gonna be done. Because I don't want to deal with this shit. You don't want to deal with this shit. So, let's do it.
For the bulk of these under just roleplays, not the worst of the roleplays, I actually can't remember too much of them. Thankfully, like it's just white, like not white noise. It's my mind has blinked them out because they were just so fucking bad. But there are like 3 in particular that stand out because of how bad they were. 2 of those are under the worst of. So,
Okay.
when we get to the first one, I'll let you know.
Error message. I'll try to roleplay with all of you. I'm not the greatest role player, an understatement of the century, but I'll do what I can. Just put the OC of which is playing this, and maybe we can have fun time. You said that. You said that about like people in your Discord server, fun time, and I'm really worried because if you use fun time the same way.
Yeah. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, IO Convoy released a big 5-hour call, and I believe it was towards the end. Doodle was confronted over something said at the beginning of where it looked like Joni and V were having fun in calls, and the way it was said was very suspect. And when pressured on it, Doodles was like, "Oh, did I say that? I don't know. I don't remember saying that. I don't know what I could have meant." Which to me makes it sound like it was something very bad. Because if I'm going to say, "Oh, it looked like they were having fun in a call," I would say, "Oh, they were like drawing together. They were playing video games together. They were watching videos. They were just hanging out." For it to specifically be like, it looked like they were having fun, and then not being able to elaborate when asked that, it makes me think not good things. Because it's so easy to just say, oh, yeah, like normal casual stuff.
And
I
the
don't know
use of
why
fun
that would
here
be
in a
like,
fetish roleplay setting already.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't say, like, it was just something casual when asked about that, because, it's just, it's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing to say and then like double back on.
But be prepared. My roleplay may take you out of your comfort zone. I tend to do that a
No,
lot.
she's going to force it. I don't think I included them because there were so many where like someone was specifically like, "Hey, I want a roleplay, but I don't want this specific option." Only for Doodle to force that specific option onto the person. And a lot of these will be like fairly boring. Just because Doodle is a very boring person. The role plays are very like bland, but they're very constant. This part is so long because there were so many of these. And if Doodle got bored, Doodle would just leave. And the fact that some of these are so long despite being very like bland, it's more that's why one of these in particular that's really fucking nasty is in here because that one went on for so long and it was clear that like Doodle was enjoying the conversation and it was a really fucking nasty one. So
Okay.
just keep that in mind.
You're on your computer, as you are, and this very error message pops up on your screen. You can only close it by clicking one of the buttons below. AR, TG, other random TF.
Age regress, transgender, or other random
I know,
transformation.
so diapers, trans people, just like everyone said. You can't do role
No,
plays
it's
because
child.
all you do is diapers and transgenders. You hear from the bathroom. Can you take my keys and go buy some diapers? Says Doodle. She slides her keys under the bathroom door. Nubby Bub says, why? What's wrong, Susie? Oh, it is Susie. Just straight up Doodle. Okay. She tries to open the door to the bathroom. It's locked, she says from the other side. Just go and get me what I asked for. It seems I may need them for a bit. Okay, but you better be out of the bathroom when I get back. Also, if you're in a bathroom, you can just shit and piss there, but whatever. She takes the keys and drives to the store to buy some diapers and drives back. Susie, I'm back. You see her with one of the shopping bags, empty the contents, but filled with something else. You enter the house. She immediately sees you take the package back into the bathroom. And a few minutes later, she comes out wearing one. Susie, Why did you need diapers? That's what the whole internet is saying. Well, I don't know for certain if I need them. You don't. But the pain made me have a bit of an accident that I refuse to have again, she said as she puts on one of her new blue skirts. How did you deal with the ears and tail in the store is my question. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I cut that. There's like some of these that have some context, like that cut, because it was just really long and boring and not relevant. Um, they transformed into like a Neko, so they
Oh,
now
okay.
have ears and a tail.
Okay, okay.
You can guess which transformation Doodle picked.
Okay, okay. Oh, simple. She wraps her tail and tucks it under her skirt and flattens down her ears so you can't see them through her hair. See? That's really cool. Yep. Hey, Susie, are you shorter? Not as far as I can see. I'm taller than you are, which is probably true, because Doodle is freakishly tall.
And hates it, which is really funny.
Not as far as I can see. I'm still taller than you. To explain, Susie did start the transformations, but she closed the ad too. So it only half transformed the two of you. That's why I'm not turning into a whole cat. Ah, so you're only half baby. I wonder why. But you don't seem as tall. Maybe that's just me. This person wants a short fucking like short tiny person. Doodle's not fucking going for it. Meh, maybe. Susie sits down on the couch. I'll just turn on some
Doodle will.
T.V.
Doodle will. Doodle just prefers it be slow. Doodle doesn't like it being instantaneous.
Some T.V. She turns it on, and some drama is on. She obviously could care less about what's up, Drama Alert Nation. She sits down on the couch next to her. I wonder if Caddy will ever come back. Who's that? I don't know. Meh. She didn't want to wait for you to explain. I doubt she'll be around here anytime soon. Ah, well, that's a shame. Susie chuckles, and says, well, I'm going to go open up a can of tuna. She gets up and walks into the kitchen, diaper crinkling the whole way there. Thank you, Doodle. After a few minutes, she calls you into the kitchen, telling you can now make a tuna sandwich. Oh boy, tuna. She runs into the kitchen on all fours.
I love the, like, I'm gonna go open a thing of tuna. Only opens the thing of tuna, and then it's like, yeah, you can make the sandwich now. I just opened it. Like,
Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna make you a sandwich. Do you think this is some fucking streamer's house where I'm gonna make you a sandwich and give it to you live? Nah, you make your own sandwich, bitch. She finished, tasty. Susie finishes her sandwich. You got your own sandwich? So you got your own sandwich, but not her one. You're a cunt, Susie. She gets her sandwich and gets up to put her plate away. You ate a sandwich with a plate? It's a sandwich! And not but 5 minutes later, there's a really bad smell in the air. She sniffs the air. Ew, what's that smell? She grabs her nose and waves her hand in front of it. Susie sniffs the air and instantly gets beet red in the face. Susie, is that you? And I just imagine the OU dog. That's all I imagine with that one. The genie.
What a story to start off with, indeed. They're all like this. I'm telling you right now, the majority of Doodle's roleplays are, I wake up, piss myself. I make food, shit
Piss
myself. I watch TV, piss myself. That is like on repeat. I'm not fucking kidding.
Disclaimer. I forgot to mention, you may be taken out of your comfort zone while RPing with me. I'm out of my comfort zone, Doodle.
I'm
The
extremely out of my
genie.
comfort zone. It's been one
You
roleplay.
get a dusty bottle at a yard sale next to a Majora's Mask cartridge you just couldn't pass up. You get home and the dust starts to choke
I wish
you
we
up.
were reading bad
You
creepypasta.
then clean it up and polish it, and out comes a genie. The genie says you have one wish, not 3. This isn't Disney, but 3 choices to choose from. The first choice is never-ending youth, which means baby. The second is everlasting riches, which is the one you should pick. Or
It's
the
a genie.
perfect
Genies
love.
are tricky.
Not all genies, only the genie of the lamp did that. The genie of the ring wasn't a cunt, but this is the genie of the lamp.
This is a genie of the lamp.
I know. Choose wisely.
Actually, this is genie of the bottle. It's a dusty bottle.
Oh, okay, so it's a
Oh,
Pepsi
no!
bottle. It's a Pepsi bottle.
It's a Diet Pepsi bottle.
Doodle's crusty Diet Pepsi bottle.
Ew.
You see a note on your
Oh.
table. I walk over there and start reading it. It reads, "Childhood can be fun, but also have its hardships." As you read it, you feel padding between your legs appear, and you start letting loose. Besides that note, a pack of children's diapers appear. What the hell? You continue flooding your diaper. As you start to stare at the diapers, you start to feel pressure coming onto your backside. You start to let loose, filling up the diaper in the back. The diaper starts expanding between your legs. Why? Why can't I stop? You fill up your diaper with fecal matter and urine. No shit? You seem to be done for now.
No, there is shit.
I look down. What now? You feel your knees get weak from standing so long as you need to sit down. I sit down. The poop that you that just always makes me think of Stardust out. The poop that you had released into your diaper squishes around your
I feel
bottom
so
and
bad
towards
for
the
making
front
her
of the
cry with
diaper.
this. Like, I feel so bad that she cried over
For
this
some
shit.
reason,
I can't
I
blame
don't
her, but I feel
care
so
at
bad.
all. You suddenly start wetting again. This time, it comes
Ew.
leaking from your pants. I just let it happen. The urge to be childish starts to grow as your clothes grow on you too, as your shirts and pants seem to become looser on you. I look around for something to draw with and something to draw on. This is getting very weird. That wasn't an answer to the question. As you draw on the walls, your childlike aspects come back to you. I smile and keep on drawing. As you continue drawing and ruining your security deposit on this apartment, you start to let loose urine and poop into your padded diaper. It really starts getting uncomfortable. I can't help but start crying, same. The genie appears and hands you a diaper, 'cause I'm the genie, to remind you that you have some left. I manage to change myself. You enter the room and see it has drastically changed. Your bed is a race card bed because you're Sonic the Hedgehog. You have toys scattered throughout the room. Your wallpaper is light blue because you're Sonic the Hedgehog and has clouds on it. Actually, you're Andy from Toy Story. I smile,
Stop forcing Sonic at
liking
thing.
it, and I get
Sonic
into
is
my
fun.
new
This
bed.
isn't fun.
You pass out. When you awaken, you feel warm, wet feeling from down under, from
this is
Australia.
This has just been fucking pissing and shitting the entire time. Why?
Again?
Why?
You only hear a one. You realize it's because you have your thumb in your mouth. I take it out and get out of bed. There's no answer, but as you stand there wondering how you wound up peeing yourself again, I need a new one. I head downstairs. You see several packs of diapers stacked up in a pyramid formation in the corner, and you change in a changing table beside it. I look at it, wondering why is it there, as I'm the only one here. You figure again, and then Doodle, like, spawns in like the creepypasta monster she is. You need a changing! You figure again.
God.
No one will answer you this time.
Oh.
As you remember, you need a change. It sounds like the fucking genocide route of Undertale, but with diapers. After you beat him...
I'm not even sure what you mean by that.
You know how, like, you call out but no one's there? After you beat
Oh.
him, you notice
Oh,
that you
God.
have leaked in your diapers. Did we skip a fight scene? Did he fight the genie?
I don't remember, honestly. It's been so long. I'm pretty sure it was an irrelevant exchange.
I'm gonna say that he went full on fucking Dragon Ball. It's like, and blew up the genie.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't relevant. I think he was playing a video game.
Nah, he killed the genie. Not again.
He did
I
not
get
kill
a new
Vegeta.
one. He killed the genie, not Vegeta.
Oh, okay. I thought you said. I'm
You
sorry.
get-
I'm like disassociating because this is really bad.
You
I
get
don't
your
wanna
new
listen to
diaper
this.
on. This one seems a little thicker than your
God,
last.
kill me.
Weird. As you're standing there, looking at your extra padded diaper, you feel your legs begin to weaken. You know what? I'm gonna give Chatter an option. Chatters, all you people out there, if you
He's tired of this
donate,
already.
if you donate money, we skip one of the stories. Doesn't matter how much. If you donate any money, we skip that particular fan fiction.
That's really
Your
funny.
suffering is in
That's
your own
actually
hands.
really funny.
A few hours into training, playing, and practicing
Six
in,
hours.
you feel you need to change. Only this time, it's not just urine. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot to
What?
fucking... I didn't turn on the monetization to begin with. I'm so dumb.
You can't even extort them. Wow.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that YouTube has like an update where like all my streams are fucking not monetized when they fucking start. Normally I don't give a shit, but if I'm gonna tell people to fucking donate, I'm gonna have the monetization on, or else they can't.
Yeah.
There we go. This is Doodle and the Secret Rings. Thank you. A few hours into training and playing,
We've
practicing,
just started. I already want to
you
throw up.
feel
Like I
the
actually
need
already
to
feel sick.
change. This time, it's not just urine. Great. You feel the need to use the bathroom again, and you cannot hold it anymore. You leak into your diaper. Sigh. This is getting really annoying.
I want to point out that this is supposed to be like you're just supposed to be a young kid, and yet it's only you piss yourself, you shit yourself, like on repeat. You don't stop.
You continue standing there, using your diaper as it starts to leak into your overalls, because you're Super Mario. Your knees start to feel weak. Your arms are heavy, mom spaghetti, as you fall to your knees. Okay, and are forced to crawl now. I crawl to the stairs. Now, how to get down? You start to crawl down the stairs. This sounds like a really fucked up Goosebumps book. One at a time. As you do this, you feel the need to poop. This time,
God
you
damn
attempt
it.
to hold it in, but you use it anyway as you go down one of the stairs. I rub it and the genie comes out, giving me the same choices. Oh, you made yourself the main character, Chris? Chris Chan?
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
you.
actually pretty common.
Does she always
That's
do
actually
this? She
pretty
just
common.
comes in like a creepypasta demon? Every fucking time?
I think this is the start of another one. Like I think during the middle of this they
No, it's
wanted
the
to
same.
switch it up.
It's the
I
same
don't
fucking
remember.
person, though.
No. I know. I mean, like, I think the person said that they were bored of it and wanted to switch places, but I could be wrong. Oh, wait.
I say,
no.
look,
If no. Shush. If I remember this one, I'm pretty sure, like, the person calls Doodles and has her come over, because, like, the person can't do anything for themselves at this point. They've become, like, baby.
you shush me again, and I
and they need a
mute you.
caretaker. Wow.
I say, look,
So, like,
that's nice and all, but
This one's
I want to fix my friend. The genie looks at you, then looks back at me and says, it is possible. I ask how the genie replies. with, you would have to switch places with me, as in I become the child and you become the 17-year-old taking care of me. I stare at you. I
Yeah.
look back. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I say it telepathically.
This one gets really
She agrees to the
gross.
genie's deal, a self-sacrifice for the ages. Doodle becoming a baby. This is such a new idea. She looks back at you and says, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. You suddenly then see yourself in normal clothes, still on your stomach playing games. As you look back, you see a little girl in a pink dress staring back at you. You're welcome, she says. This is how Doodle is, like, this is what Doodle's gonna imagine as she dies from staph infection. Like, this is what's gonna happen.
This is literally self-insert. Also, yes. Someone said I want to hear it all, I want to suffer. Yes. Unslim Shady, yes.
You really didn't have to do this. Like, the whole story.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the age play too. That's why a lot of this is in here, because a lot of this does pertain to that.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
If any of this didn't contain the age play, this whole doc would not exist. Like, flat out, I would not have made
I have
this
a
doc.
moment where I'm going to fucking stop. You know what? I'm gonna stop now, actually, with this one. So, chat,
Okay,
let
'cause
me
this
tell
one
you
gets
what's
into
about to
breastfeeding.
happen. The person suddenly develops a breast, and Doodle starts breastfeeding off of them, and they enjoy it. So, the answer is no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
no.
this is an ERP. This is an ERP where someone started off as a baby and then Susie came in, swapped places, is now playing the baby themselves and is breastfeeding. Like, this one's really nasty.
Yeah.
And it continues going on for quite a bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Is the fun wheel the one I think it is? Is that the roulette one?
Fun wheels.
Oh,
No, I said I was quitting the RP community, but a dream I had last night begged me to do this one. Anyone who wishes to use RP in their account can, but give credit where it's due, please. And you know what? It's only fair if I do my own RP. So I guess anyone who wishes to RP can. It is a completely randomized TFRP, so if diapers and transgenders are involved, it will not be my problem. You may also walk out as a freak. Just a heads up.
I think going into this, you're already a freak.
You enter yourself into a game show called The Fun Wheels, hosted by Mr. Tell E.
No.
Where you and the other person play for $1 million by spinning 2 wheels and answering questions to rake up points.
Oh, this is the really bad one. There's 3 different role plays from this one, like with 3 different people in here, and the first 2 are like relatively short. The third one's really long, and that's the really bad one.
Okay, when it gets to the really bad part, we'll stop. I understand it's random chance, but I'm not really a fan of diapers or WG. Already knowing where this is going, it's already like fucking rigged from the start. It's rigged from the fucking start. Don't play the game. The house always wins.
I'm going to say, if you don't mention it, it's still going to happen. But if you mention you don't want it, it's definitely going to happen. There's going to be a heavy bias towards it. That happened multiple times in a lot of Doodles roleplays. Anytime someone said, hey, I know it's random and anything could happen, but I would prefer if this was specifically something that didn't happen, that thing would specifically happen. Doodle would force it on people.
Consent doesn't matter to Doodle. Feel free to up the punishment to compensate. I grab both wheels and give them a spin. Diapers are probably as bad as it gets. Not sure I know what WG is.
That's pretty fucking bad.
You get 90 points! You start to feel hair grow on your chest. I grab the wheel and spin. WG is weight gain. I am serious that I'd like neither thing. Maybe you could do double punishment or something. Weight gain actually won't be a problem. I know what it looks like, but how I got it, it won't be a problem. Diapers are as bad as it'll get, but they may not even last long. They're definitely going to happen. They have to happen. This is non-negotiable. You spun the wheel. You knew what you were getting into. You spin the wheel, and you get 60 points. However, you feel as though your intellect is starting to fade away. I spin again, and you get 50 points. Wait, you spin again? I thought it was... I thought the contestant spins. Why is Doodle spinning?
No, it's both. Doodle is playing. Doodle is a
Oh.
contestant in this as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
a back and
fuck?
forth. It's a back and forth.
So it is rigged from the start. What
yes,
the fuck?
it's a back and forth, and it's bad.
I spin again and get 50 points. You see, your butt has changed a bit into almost plush-like. The host looks back at you. I'm so sorry. You spin 70 points. A diaper appears around your feminine waist. Ah, bugger. Like I said, I would have preferred a worse punishment than that, but oh well. I scowl and step back. You spin 30 points. Your throat feels better. It becomes a commercial break. You just want to take a nap. I decide to do exactly that. You nap until you wake up, saying that the break is over. You find your thumb in your mouth and a wet feeling between your diaper. I gulp and stand up, getting ready to spin. You give it a good spin, and you get 70 points. Suddenly, a diaper appears around my waist. Uh-oh. I grab and spin again. After all this time being in a diaper yourself, you feel yourself leak into your diaper. As you spin 60 points, your babyish limbs become gelatinous goo. They're melting. I shudder at the
It's
and
slime.
gesture at you. I start to spin. As I do, I get... Doodle, why do you use commas so incorrectly? I got the raw end of the diaper deal as a bulge starts to appear in the back of my diaper. I spin 110 points. However, nothing happens. I look a little worried and spin again. You spin 90 points as you, like Yu Yu Hakusho or Yu-Gi-Oh, starts giggling uncontrollably. As you, proper you, do you wind up leaking again. English. I check the scores and let you spin again. I spin as hard as I can, and as the spin starts, the bulge expands. You can see me blush as it happens. Unfortunately for me, I only spend 60 points. Fortunately for me, you can tell my throat got better as I massage it. I check the scores again, and I spin. A little close for comfort now, no. For you, it looks like you're hitting the fan. I nod in more ways than one, I say, with a more feminine voice than I had before, sounding like a mosquito. In fact, it's almost seductive, if you want to say so. You spend 50 points as your slimy, feminine chest goes back to its old self. Score, me, 1760. You, 1760. Random assortment of numbers.
Okay, this is a new roleplay. This is the second one.
Oh, okay. So now it's a dragon guy. Okay. So now we have a dragon guy here. Doodle says, I can say spinning the wheel, getting 70 points. A diaper appears around my waist. Wow, that's familiar. With my tail sticking out of the diaper. Okay, I spin the wheels. You spin a massive 120 points, which literally amazed the shit out of me, as there is now a bulge in the back of my diaper. Nothing happens to you. Your turn? I wasn't expecting that. You spin 70 points. Suddenly a diaper appears around your waist. Well, crap. Your turn. As you say crap, you feel yourself doing just that. As the game was messing with you, I take my spin. As my diaper fills the back as well, I spin 30 points. Nothing happens because this fucking sucks. I suddenly have an urge for meat, I
It's all
say.
fetish shit. All of this is fetish shit.
You spin 80 points. You feel your groin area get wet. You try to pass it off as you're wetting yourself, but your diaper expands in all directions. Interesting. Very interesting. I look at my body under my diaper. You see that your groin is now gelatinous goo. What a familiar fucking thing. The diaper continues expanding in all directions. I take my spin. As I spin 80 points, my hands become paws. I give a spin. Spinning 40 points.
My brain
you
is
can
melting
tell
too
my
hearing
throat
this,
is
Robo.
bugging me. Your diaper keeps expanding to waddle size. Okay, when can I stop this one? Because it's starting to repeat itself.
Well, that one's going into the last one, which is the really bad one.
Oh, okay,
like-
okay. Thank God, because that one was just repeating itself. I did not care about
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, most of them do that. This next one's going to do that too, but it's going to get really descriptive.
Okay. This person deleted their account. I'm going to assume right after this
Yes,
interaction.
They should. Oh no, probably not. I doubt they were embarrassed by this.
Let's canonically make that true. I sighed.
This person needs to be gone. They're nasty
starting
as
to
fuck.
feel the urge to go to the bathroom. God, I wish I could go. I spin the wheel. You spin 70 points as a diaper appears around your waist. Convenience at its finest, Doodle says, winking at the camera. I gasp, seeing my pants and underwear vanish into a diaper. I blush. I can still holding it. Lol. You see, suddenly you let loose in your diaper, unable to hold it. I take my turn, spin 90 points, but no change. I spin, embarrassed that I soaked my diaper. I noticed my moist mouth start me to actually drool like a big baby. You fucking type like a big baby. You spin 80 points. Your mind starts to regress to that of a 5-year-old. I rolled the dice. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I rolled dice for these transformations. So this is like a shitty D&D. You roll ARs quite often.
Don't remember.
It's pretty scary. Lol, I don't mind. I smiled stupidly. Oh, I need a diaper change. I look at you awed as I spin the wheel, spinning 80 points myself. However, nothing appears to happen to me. The host looks back at you and says, "Time for a commercial break." I look around, smiling, waiting for the game to begin. This game is fun. I giggled. I head toward the restrooms. I smiled stupidly. Thank you. Can you call my mommy? I think I diaper change. Clearly, I really think I'm 5, and my mom is not here. His mom died in the accident 5 years ago. He needs to let it go. It can wait, he says, talking to one of his coworkers. Okay, it's not even caring. You feel yourself start to mess the diaper. I blush. Uh-oh, I said as I look down, ashamed, as I can smell it. So can we.
I would disown my child. If either of these
I
were my
walk
child, I would
out of the
disown them. I would not have
restroom
a child.
as the commercial break ends. Now back to Nickelodeon. It becomes my turn as I spend 70 points. As you can tell, something is better for me. I spin, keeping my head down, embarrassed. You spend 60 points. Your tail goes away, and so does your diaper, leaving you in soiled pants. I go ahead and take my spin. As I spin 70 points, a diaper appears around my waist. Oh my fucking god. I giggled a bit to see
Yeah,
you in the
does
diaper
anyone else
and
think the wheel
spin
is
the
weighted?
wheel.
I think the wheel might be a little bit
The
weighted.
wheel is rigged. The wheel is fucking rigged. This sounds like horror fic. It is. I'm making it a horror fic.
It is a horror fic. It is a horror fic.
You spin 100 points and you get your tail back. I play with my tail, giggling. So when does this turn into anything else?
Pretty soon, because it goes into another commercial break.
I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead. I spin the wheel, giggling. You're like me, I giggled. You spin 80 points. Your chest grows into 2 double D cups. Breast. I look at my
I don't know where
B
you are.
cups in inferiority. So Doodle gives herself B cups. Okay. I gasped, shocked. Mommy has this big. It has these this big. Okay. That's kind of disturbing. It becomes a commercial break
Only
as we
kinda.
both start wetting our diapers. Ba ba da ba da ba boo ba. They look like they'd start leaking. However, they just continue to expand. I look down embarrassed. I think we need a changing. I nod as I try to take off the diaper. It doesn't seem to come off, though. I start crying. I can't stop it. It's getting too big. The diaper expands to the point where it spreads out our legs. I feel my legs spreading out. I grab my breets out of fear. As I do, I let out a loud moan of pleasure. That was weird. We seem to stop using our diapers. However, they're so wet and full, it's impossible for us to move without crawling like babies. I look at you, super swelled. I look at you, super swelled diaper, and mine's. It's so heavy, I said, sniffling. There, I say, patting your back. Thank you, nice lady. I hear the game starting again. I crawl over to my side of the wheels. I watch as you crawl like a baby with your giant diaper. I don't see this changing any. It seems like it's the same thing.
It gets more descriptive. It's more of the same shit. It just gets more and more descriptive.
Well, I think the audience gets the point.
More and more.
I think the audience gets the point.
Just,
if there's nothing new, then
like
we're
I said,
skipping.
this one goes on for a very long time, and it goes on like that for a while, and Doodle starts talking about like it being smushed into crevices. I'm not going to go further than that. It gets really descriptive. It's really fucking nasty. And it just goes on for so fucking long. It's just a constant. That one was, I think, unironically, I think that one was the longest roleplay on her entire DeviantArt. And it's just constant.
Okay.
Just that
we get the
it's
point
so
of this one.
bad.
We're done with this one. Wishing well, Fairy, RP. This is your common run of the mill. Wishing RP. Have fun with it. Like my other role plays, if you wish to repost, give credit where it's due. Remember, credit Doodle for these role plays. This is her OC, do not steal. You walk up to a wishing well. It's a... You walk up to a wishing well. Let's put a coin in it, I say. We put 2 coins in, and a fairy comes out. I will grant you both wishes, because I'm a genie. This is the same roleplay again, she says. But be careful what you wish
they were
for.
just the same thing. I'm not going to lie. She is a fucking uncreative hack.
We're doing a
She has
rerun
no
today.
fucking imagination.
We're doing a rerun today. I don't
They're
feel
all
like
reruns, and it's all terrible.
I don't feel like teaching you today. Here's the VCR and the fucking roll around TV.
I would rather be watching the box shows that Squidward got on his TV than any of this. I would rather watch Box's Box. Like, this is so bad.
We still got 10 minutes till we take a break. I'm loving being a little bear girl, I say again, minus the bladder problems. But I'll outgrow these. Glad to hear you're enjoying yourself, and yes, the bladder problem should sort itself out in a while. Another downside for being little bear girl is I'm short, I say, nervously smiling. And then it switches to a different person.
Yeah, these are some snippets. Doodles basically in that one wished to be a young child, a young little bear girl. These are some that I don't think. Oh no, never mind. The next one does have a bit more to it, but like when they're small like that, it's because it's just showing an example that there is age regressing here. It's weird. It's creepy.
Okay. Ooh, I wish for all of the fetishes to be accepted and everyone to just be friends and stuff. Doodle tried offering to Mr. Mediger. The fucking offer was rejected.
Why would your mother ever think you had, or why would your grandmother ever think you have a mental illness?
One of my actual genie wishes. That is a wish I would love. You get zapped as you wake up in your bed. I look around, excited, trying to spot what's changed. I'm a bit disappointed when I notice nothing obvious. Yeah, but
Did you say 10 minutes before the break?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm actually starting to feel physically ill, so I do
Your room is as it was, dresser in the corner, bed the same as it was. You start to think, the fairy ripped you off. I mean, the Fairly Odd Parents. You always get fucked in Fairly Odd Parents. They never.
I mean, if your wish is to like have all fetishes be accepted, why would anything in your room change?
Oh my god. Doodle, can you not? I sigh. Maybe it's just another dream. It seems so real. I walk over to my dresser and pull it open, getting ready to start the day. You open your underwear drawer, and suddenly it's replaced with diapers. And then the Seinfeld theme starts playing. Like, come on, Doodle. Why? Every fucking time. I imagine that's what you want. No, that's what you want. It was. But I'm going to go a different direction. I reel back in horror, as I had seen the fetishes out there. But of course, I hadn't been thinking of them when I made the wish. I checked through my drawers once again, searching frantically for something normal. Hey, Mom, I call out. Can't wait, but I think I'm gonna have some fun with your wish myself, if you don't mind. Making yourself the main character again, Chris?
I'm self-inserting myself.
Christian? A girl your age walks into the room. Yes, she asks you.
Wait. Okay, hold on. She calls out for her mom, and then Doodle says a girl your age walks into the room. And replies to being, oh my god.
Yep. Go right ahead. Oh. The whole thing with this RP is how wishes can get pretty darn wrong. I back off. What the hell? You're not my mom. I look around for something to protect myself with, but unfortunately, I didn't collect ninja swords in my spare time. I flattened myself against a wall. Little boys shouldn't words like that.
Shouldn't words like that.
Doodle said mentally, fucking challengedly. She says, walking toward you.
You shouldn't words like that. No.
I pause for a moment, trying to figure out what the fuck you're saying. First pondering her terrible grammar. then moving on to the little boys part. I'm sorry? I'm pretty sure I am an 18-year-old, therefore an adult. XD, read about the grammar. Whoops, never corrected it. You can edit. You can edit on DeviantArt, can't you?
You
Can't
can edit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
edit. No, you're my silly 5-year-old boy, she says, giggling. You find yourself wetting your diaper. I freak out for a moment, grabbing it, trying to hold back my urine. What the fuck
This
is
is
going
supposed
on
to be-
here?
This is supposed to be, I wish all pet fetishes to be accepted. And immediately the person is made into a child. And immediately is made to shit themselves. Like,
You seem to be
what
unable to do
fuck?
so. You see me walking down the street with a bat, ready to beat you to death. Outside your window, I seem to be
There's more than two.
wearing
I'm there
bear
too.
ears that would
shit
normally
out of
be
'em.
embarrassing for a normal human to wear. But oddly enough, Doodle is a pedo bear. This is the second time
Yeah,
she's wanted to be a bear.
Yeah, no, it changes. For a little bit it was a bear. For the most of the time it was a rabbit.
Oh no, rabbits
for
have a
some of-
bad
yeah,
enough rep, Doodle.
yeah.
Fucking William Afton
For
already
a short
ruined
period
rabbits.
of time, for a short period of time it was cats too. The largest point was rabbits.
But
and I think
oddly
it's
enough-
pivoted to sheep now, and I don't like that.
But oddly enough,
And Unslim Shady, yes, all of these are still online. You can go over to the Doodletones DeviantArt account, or her ult she made after she already turned 18, SD the Doodler. And these are all there too. They're all public. None of them have been deleted. You can, like, all of these are available. I have not edited these. None of these are, like, photoshopped. These are all just straight from them. If you
Babe,
don't believe me, you can go and check
we
yourself.
got
I
4
provide,
minutes
like,
to
which
finish
ones are
this
which.
one, please. You see me walking down the street wearing bear ears, because I'm pedo bear. But oddly enough, I seem
Yes.
fine with it, as does everyone I pass on the street. I look over to the girl in my room. Do we have any regular pants at all in this house? Not for you, she says, smiling at the camera.
Why not? Why
No,
not?
no, I am not. I ask one thing I could actually help people and keeping people from going out and feeling bad about themselves. And then all of a sudden I'm pissing myself and wearing diapers, I shout. I stomp out of my room. You hear the doorbell ring. It's also Doodle. I sigh,
Yes,
ready
it
to
is.
face the embarrassment. As I walk down, this is a creepypasta monster. This is an SCP.
This is SCP levels of
the
horrific.
Doodler. Diaper the Doodler. This is an SCP. You wake up normally and then all of a sudden everything is diapers. That is an SCP.
And you're trapped there. You're trapped forever.
Everyone
it's
you
a
meet,
nightmare.
everyone has been
Never-ending
replaced
nightmare.
by Doodle, wearing different disguises. Everyone is Doodle now.
God. Actual nightmare.
This is your
actual
real nightmare. When you die, this will be your hell.
No. No.
Peeking around
Oh,
the door to hide
God.
myself before I know who it is. It's me! Wearing the bear ears I mentioned earlier and a pink shirt and a matching skirt and jacket. Hi, I say. I feel that I've lost a fair amount of strength. I'd normally be able to slam the door easily. No reason, I say, as my stomach grumbles. I can feel my bowels start to release. A bit
Ew.
upset stomach, you could say. Goodbye! I try to force the door close again. Doodle grabs it with her freakish strength. What's wrong with you today? I say, putting my foot in the door and my hand on the fucking door. The girl from earlier walks into the room. Oh, hi! Susie comes in, she said. Oh, hi, Susie, come in, says Susie to Susie. I start to feel
Yes.
warm mush pushing its way into the back of my diaper, which surprises me enough to let go of the door. Erg. I walk into the house and sit on the couch. Chris Hansen is nowhere
You just
near.
make yourself comfy in someone else's house, you bitch.
I look over on the verge of tears from what I've just done. Nothing to say at all. I blush, my diaper sagging and tinted yellow and brown. I look back at you. Well, you could use a change. That's the catchphrase. Well, you could use a change. Laugh track starts playing. I say calmly, Oh, like a serial killer. Well, you could use a change. I say,
I wouldn't be
calmly,
shocked.
as if
I
nothing
wouldn't be
is weird
shocked.
at all. I blush. There's something really wrong here. I look down, trying to figure
People would
out
say.
how to remove the diaper. But for some reason,
What's
it seems
wrong
to be
here
far
is
too
this
complex
entire
for
roleplay
me.
existing.
The girl takes your hand. Well, we'll go get you changed. She says, taking you to the nursery that you remember in your bedroom, because I guess that's always been there. Just roll with it. I roll my eyes and walk back out to Susie. Oh, look, something's terribly wrong here. I made a wish at a magic wishing well, and now I can't control myself. And this bitch treats me like a baby.
This
You
fucking
hired
bitch
her
wants-
as your mommy. Don't you remember that? I ask you
What?
demandingly. You went through the unpotty training process because you wanted to be an adult baby. That's what you wanted.
You
There's
can't
no
be-
magic
but you're
wish
5.
involved, I said. I blink.
You can't be an adult baby and be 5 at the same time. Like, that's
I
literally...
blink.
Unless you think 5-year-olds are adults. Do you think 5-year-olds are adults, Susie? Like,
I-
those things are really contradictory right there.
I blink. Look, other than me, may have done that, but I honestly like not pissing myself on a moment's notice. I look around. Please tell me there's a way to re-potty train. I look at you confused. Yeah, re-potty training yourself seems like a waste of $20 though. To just re-potty train yourself now though. Okay, so that's where we're gonna stop this one. I think I'm fine with that, and we're gonna. What the fuck? There's still more. I thought we were getting to the worst of it. TF quest.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot.
How much
There's a
more
lot.
is
That one-
here for this one before it gets to the worst?
We're at page... Well, I scrolled down to the next one, which is RP Transformation Quest, or TF Quest.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
at
How
page
much more is
186.
that?
That's 186. The worst of it starts at 222.
Well, regardless, we're taking a break. It's been an hour, so I'm gonna
We
mute
can-
me.
Oh god, there's more squeeb.
I'm gonna
shit.
mute
God,
me
Jesus.
and Lava for a bit. I'll have the spinning doodle on the screen, and in like 5-10 minutes, we'll be back and we'll continue torturing ourselves. Get a drink, use the bathroom, do whatever you have to do. Avoid Doodle showing up in your house and
Avoid
putting you in a
eating.
diaper.
Ugh.
We'll continue this madness in a minute.
Well, years of life pass by, each passing night in the sky. But one little kid sits alone to cry. Who is that kid with pen and pad now ready to die? That's just Sean of the 4th grade, sitting alone with paper making an ace of spade. Intense playing cards, ready to raid. Fascinated with Yu-Gi-Oh! Always play. Used to play soccer with the kids on the field. Told Sean to get lost, he was ready to yield. But put with the ball as he wasn't wheeled. People aim for the head, so he used the goal. He could play soccer with the kids on the field. Told Sean to get lost, he was ready to yield. But put with the ball as he wasn't wheeled. People aim for the head, so he used the goal as a shield. As the kid went alone looking for a pal, the kid would sit down listening to Weird Al. So he tried playing basketball, but did hear foul. The kids all laughed, so he cried as if they were Simon Cowell. He tried playing kickball, baseball, and tag, but was tossed from each field like a frag. Clop, 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 planted boots on the asphalt after capture the flag. The kids didn't like Sean, felt he was a drag, but not a thought of suicide crossed his kid's mind, because he just thought they could kiss his behind. So he got worse than meat grind. So he felt each year he had no friend. Till grade 9, his luck bend. As the kid went along looking for a pal, the kid would sit down listening to Weird Al. So he tried playing basketball, but to hear foul, the kids all laughed till he cried, as if they were Simon Cowell. But not a thought of suicide crossed his kid's mind, because he just thought they could kiss his behind. So he sat alone, picked on a discriminated find, because come 6th grade he got worse than meat grind. So he felt each year he had no friend, till grade 9 his luck bent.
To do rap, ain't that 1 for the dozen, 2 for the street, 3 for them dancing by the sound of his feet, 4 for the sunglasses and Pito Street, 5 for the guy not named Pipsqueak, and then active by his side, it's Doodletones is who I am today, with an attitude on my shelf, okay. And anyone who thinks the chorus is short, it's a chorus, okay. Create your own version. Doodletones is who I am today, with an attitude on my shelf, okay. And anyone who thinks the chorus is short, it's a chorus, okay. Create your own. 1 for the dozen, 2 for the street, 3 for him dancing by the sound of his feet, 4 for the sunglasses and Pito Street, 5 for the guy not named Pipsqueak, and then active by his side, it's Doodle, listen to the beat.
Started March 20th, yeah, in the spring, and I was looking for something to satisfy myself, making beats, showing off my raps, so this is the way I started my naps. It was just peace from Doodletones from there on out. Then I heard about earthquake victims and I wanted to shout, cause the memories of the good days disappeared before me. Cord your nets for these, so no photos please. We all just have to sing along to DJ Chip beats and DJ Din Dink songs, because I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. And I'll just hang up on the mantle to give the KCRPSA music example. I'm an overachiever now, a real guitar, wow, it's a warning to you all. This is to make up for that last song's fall. I'm just a little RC car mega mixing it up. I'm not 1 week away from school, but I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. Matt Took says enjoyed the chorus. Music Shake is the only place the rap sees. I'm just making a sound song, a bittersweet symphony. Listening to 11 minutes of Bells of Roxy. In a Mexican restraint, but I'm in middle school too. No, I isn't just another Tones freestyle. Ooh, my raps will live on, or my name isn't Sean. I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. my easy beats. I'm untitled, looking at hellfire, angels in the streets. It's no longer a new beginning, this is what Bodrum does. I got questions, I'm sure everyone does. Heart's a slow day says, is this what you wanted? As long as it's a weekend, I won't be taunted. But time isn't reversed, I'm on test chamber 20. I've reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. The break is over, it was a toy car, a toy jingle, just shapes in black and yellow. Are you sure? No one's best. I'll be 4 years in the making before I rest. I'm the first result, man, I don't jest. It's black and white, I'm back for dedications, riding on a Trojan horse and hope for ventilations. It's not Easter polka, my apologies. I've reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. Live your life, don't be ashamed. Chase your dreams, you have named. Reply, what's up, Sean? You don't follow your dreams either. I'm so sure you also think I'm USA forever. I have ideas, and for sure fake no. Nobody here can kill techno. I just like pie, but you can't see heat. Well, this is the life of Sean Hembry. Now before this is an hour long, I'll give you the challenges song. Because the Flash MS don't work for me, I give you a 9-day reign of combat arms, you see. I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. Just looking out the window at the people below, life is too hard, there is no hope to joy. They'll stay, but no introductions to toy. It's the first jazz man with a gun in his hand, thinking about killing, but I reached 100, only 26 have done that. I'm climbing up from the top, I ain't going back. So I'm trying some more to give you the core, and I'll try to never be sore, because I'll have 100 more. Isn't it funny how social networks are? It's a back to school rap, so get out of the car. Humpty Dumpty points to the carnival.
I don't wanna.
You gotta come back. We're unmuted now.
Uh,
And yes, Doodletones killed the commentary community.
Yes. Yes, she
But
did.
the commentary community also killed itself by allowing Doodle to be its figurehead. Lava has given me permission to skip to the worst of it, so I'm just gonna say what's going on. RPTF quest.
Show the. Oh, okay. You're reading that one out first. Okay.
Yeah, TF quest. It's just basically D&D, but with fetishes. Here's the warrior classes. We got a sword. We got a baby class. We got a cat girl class.
That was another one where there was like 3 different people who came in and was like, I want like the warrior class. I don't really want anything to do with the mage class. I don't want anything to do with the diapers. And Doodle forced the diapers on them, because even though that this is supposed to be like a dungeon crawler kind of game, something like that, it almost exclusively revolves around the diaper shit. And from what I've seen, the main thing of this one is you're in a dungeon. There are random like weapons and stuff from all of the classes you can find. 99% of them are diapers. And there are slimes as enemies in this. And the only way to beat the slimes is to be wearing a diaper, of which the slime will then be immediately absorbed into the diaper. Also, the diapers are cursed and you cannot take them off. That is like the entirety of that roleplay summed up.
Okay. Now, dress up RP. Another idea I had for an RP. It'll only take 5 people to do this RP. You and I, being roommates, dig into the basement to find a strange glowing mythical chest. We open it to find the following item: a maid's outfit, a tutu, a fairy princess dress. I'm just waiting. A princess dress, a fairy dress, a pack of diapers. Okay, there it is. A fursuit, magical girl outfit, a thing of makeup, a Lolita dress. Okay. A skirt, and a jersey. We look at each other as we start thinking this could be fun.
If you couldn't guess, chat, those all play into her fetishes.
Yep.
Yes, all of them. All of them play in. And yes, it's all a transformation. You put on one of the outfits, you immediately start acting like what she's into with the fetish.
Door room.
I'm pretty sure the thing of makeup turns you into a bimbo.
Door room. I have too many RP ideas. You and I move into a dorm room. 13, to be exact, as roommates. We've heard weird things about this room. Like the room is magical.
Oh god. Oh, it's this one.
What happens with this one?
I
know diapers,
I don't-
but what else?
Yes, I don't remember fully, but I think like Doodle was being a cunt and has the person to say is like, I wish you wouldn't, or I wish, I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was something that basically like ended up causing her to age regress. Like, it was something like that. Again, I don't fully remember.
Okay. Doom diaper. This one has to be read.
Oh
ABDL
god, okay.
RP. Doom diaper. Pretty much an ABDL RP. Don't see too many of these. You find a diaper. You find a diaper on in the mail with a note that says "Try me" on it. That's like Sonic.exe.
You don't see too many of these, but you should see even less. I'm pretty sure like 50% of them that are out there are solely on her DeviantArt account.
Oh my god, it's the same shit. I was actually gonna give it a fucking try and read it. But it's the same
No,
thing.
it's all the same shit.
It's
yes,
the same
it's all
fucking
the same
roleplay.
Shit. You thought something else would happen? You're a fool. I
It's
told
the
you she's
same
an
thing.
uncreative hack.
She literally
told you.
recycles the
I
same
told you.
roleplay again and again.
Yes. Yes.
It's the same few people
unironically.
too, except for like one new guy every
Yes.
now and again.
And typically that person doesn't actually want anything to do with this shit.
Okay, the roleplays continue for a while. There's
That
more
one actually goes on for
than
quite a
shown
bit, if I
above.
remember correctly, and then I give up. Because there's
Below
just
will
so
be
much.
linked all of the roleplays Doodletones has done, involving ABDL age regression fetishes in some way. And here's the list. I'll read them out loud. Doom diaper, cursed clothing,
That was the one we were just doing.
birthday, hypno collar, wizard, Ramna.
Oh god, was it the Hypno Caller, one of the ones in Mikani Harassment?
I think, yeah. Control room,
Oh.
slave for hire, friend in the shadows, watch of youth. These sound like fucking horror story titles. Time
They
diaper, god dress, TFRP of humiliation, all boys school. You are my genie. TF roulette, mind swap, the reformer, the suffering maker. Yeah, that's you. That's your title. The suffering maker.
is.
You make me
It
and
is.
everyone around you suffer. Items.
Yes. I'm
Padded
suffering.
sissy.
I think everyone's suffering.
No turning back. You know it. Embarrassing secret. You're perfect girl. She's already in the call with me. The random curse.
Shush.
Video game dream. Acceptance. TF. Weapons. Techna-chan. Dreamer. Swap medallions. Doodle puts on the fucking Sonichu medallion.
Oh my god.
Multiples.
It's no. It's a Sonichu medallion, but it's just a diaper.
Oh
That's what it is.
no. Multiples. Part genie. Realistic wish. Humiliation clothing. The computer program warning. The nursing curse.
That one's bad.
Curses. Perfect room incorporated. Your sissy. Deal with the devil. Waitress wish. Cursed hotel. Dark RP. ABDL science. Revenge. SD the Doodler account roleplays. Roommate replacement.
All of these are 18 plus. Like this account, she is 18 and older on this account. This is after the grandmother found her shit.
Magic book. Permacurse. The angel. Fairy. Her clothes. Diaper school. Locked lab. Floppy disk warning. Genie. Morphing. The journal. You write. MMORPG. Punish. Careful. Death RP. Orb RP. Garma's store. The mysterious girl. The other
I
rules.
think Garma was one of her OCs, but I don't remember.
The amount of roleplays do slow down, but she also becomes more brazen about ABDL content in them, before Medicur made his video on her. The worst of the roleplays. Warning, these roleplays get sexually explicit. Some include descriptions of characters meant to be children or described as not mentally aging past the age of a child.
That of a young child.
Whatever. Note, January 18th, 2015. Doodle turned 18. This comes from Perfect Roomie Incorporated roleplay. It's just to say, I don't have to be a girl forever now, but when we start, you'll just get bored of being a guy. It happens every time, and I don't know, you might be different, but it's just, I get so bored having gender bending powers that it doesn't get any fun for me. Don't take it personally. I just can't have any fun playing the gender bender game all the time. Well, why don't we try switching roles? I suppose I could, but then I don't know if you would have fun. We never know until we try. I suppose not. Hopefully, you're tolerant enough. So, we role reverse, and you are a blue-eyed, brown-haired magical woman who enjoys causing havoc around you. Your favorite spells include Sissy Nerd Spell, the ditzy-headed blonde bimbo spell. These are all the spells from Harry Potter that J.K. Rowling doesn't want you to know about. And Bladder Bowel Regression. That one's included in Harry Potter. But those aren't...
It is. No.
Harry
Don't.
She said that the wizards just shit themselves before they invented toilets.
Oh, I forgot about that. Why would you fucking
But
remind
those aren't
me?
the only things you can... Okay, those are not the only things you can do. You keep your magic hidden, usually awaiting for those around you to be asleep. You also carry around magic diapers that you put on others. These diapers are made so that you're the only one who can take them off. You also really dislike casting magic on yourself. Again, I hope you're tolerant.
Why?
I yawn and walk into my room and crash on my bed, immediately falling asleep. She waits a while. Befire, sneaking into your room with a diaper in her hand. I appear to be mumbling something in my sleep. She walks closer to decipher what you are saying. It seems that I'm having an argument over something, but you hear the word spell a lot. Probably something to do with spelling a word. She continues to listen, slowly putting the diaper on you. Now,
Why?
what to do with you, Susie? I say as I point the gun at
I
her head.
think someone breaking into my room just to put a diaper on me might actually be worse than them killing me.
I just lay there, continuing to mumble, until you hear the word dumb come out of my mouth. She raises an eyebrow, continuing to listen. Gosh, I wish I could slut nerd, is all you get before I go quiet. Her eyes widen before she sighs, deciding to leave you alone. You until morning. With that, she went into her room and went to sleep, probably having a stroke midway through. Did you put the diaper on me, or did you leave me be? I'm cooking the eggs and bacon, obvious to the fact that you were in my room. She put the diaper on you. Morning, Susie. Did you sleep well? No, not really, I say in the tone of my voice. You can tell that I'm still half asleep. Well, you were saying some weird stuff in your sleep last night. What were you dreaming about? That's one word. Oh, having an argument with someone calling me a weak sissy nerd bitch like they do every day, 'cause everyone hates me. God, my
I shouldn't
dreams are
get off
so
of
much
that,
like
though.
real life sometimes. Anytime I get something surreal, I put into a dream journal. Quit venting! This is a fetish role play! Otherwise, I let it go. I keep cooking the
She
eggs and
gets
bacon.
off
The
to it.
bacon
That's
seems
why.
like it's burning. Can't even cook in your dreams. Can I read it?
This isn't
She
a dream
asked, quickly
roleplay.
taking the pan and serving its contents onto two plates. I shrug. It's locked and the key is where only I know. But hey, if you can read a book without opening it, go ahead. She nods and picks up the book, silently using her magic to unlock it and start to read. There's a lot of surreal stuff in there. One where I actually become a diaper wearing sissy nerd. So I guess they were right about you. Knew nothing, not even how to use the bathroom or walk. There's a dream where I couldn't speak without orgasming. A dream where I become a Japanese otaku girl who obsessed over other anime girls. There's even a dream where I was a maid who couldn't say no to anything. She giggles, taking the second and fourth dreams into account. Looking at you, she then casts a spell to Aki, the second entry to a reality. I finish eating before I look at you. Are you going to eat? I ask, moaning at you and eat. That's horribly phrased. Yeah, I was just waiting for it to cool down, she replies, starting to eat. I blush. What was that? You hear me moan out. What do you mean? I don't seem to finish a sentence. I just let out a moan. She watches, smiling to herself. I blush. What's wrong, Susie? Something bothering you? I nod. Please tell me. I come every time I speak, I moan out. You see a dream where I could never stop peeing. There's a dream where every time I saw a girl, I'd kiss her without her consent. And another dream where I had no basic motor skills. She giggles and continues to
Remember,
read.
reminder, not sexual. Remember, none of this wasn't sexual. Never ever.
There seems to be a lot of dreams where I'm just a blonde ditz. She decides to wait until her fun with the current dream was done before trying a new one.
So much.
Okay, is that the gist of that one?
I'm pretty sure it gets a lot more sexual.
I think we get the gist of that one. There's dreams going on, reading dream journals, magicking up the dreams, fetish.
Yeah.
We get the gist
My
of it.
biggest desire is to be a young bunny girl.
Good for you, Doodle. We all need to have
Uh,
dreams and admirations in life.
the
Oh,
biggest
the
the
Game
biggest
Girl roleplay.
embarrassment embarrassment, a repeating pattern, is to be a sissy nerd that needs a diaper. Kill me.
This comes from the Game Girl roleplay. Oh, hi, she says, being shy. It's
Oh, that one
obvious
actually got
she's
a lot worse,
no
babe.
more
That one
than
actually
a 10-year-old. How did you get here? I don't know, she says, looking around. Wait, what were you doing up until now? Nothing, she says, looking around. I was made to serve as a shape-shifting female companion. She's like that skunk from Mike and Melissa, I think it was.
Oh god. Yeah, I think it was Mike and Melissa.
I fail to see a use for that. I can be a mother, a daughter, a girlfriend,
You're
or
10.
other to humans.
You're
Oh,
10.
so you
What the
can be
fuck
a
do you mean you could be a
substitute
mother
for
or a
people who
girlfriend?
need
You're
a
10.
break from, say, parenting? She nods. Interesting, but I wouldn't know what I could use someone like you for. I'm single. No need for parenting. No need for a parent sub or anything. I can be a girlfriend too, she says.
You
Really? I
already
mean,
said that and you're 10.
that shouldn't come as a
Freak.
surprise, but it is. She nods.
It should come as a surprise. A 10-year-old should not be a fucking girlfriend, you goddamn freak.
I don't suppose you could do that for me. I can, however, due to my coding, I must transform into something video game related. You realize, of course, that most female game characters are designed by single, lonely programmers, right? She nods.
That's not true.
Do you have to stay in their outfits, or could you change afterwards? I can change, if it's needed, she says also. You can modify the character as you wish. And then, this is another person. I stare at the girl, gently
This is the
picking
one
her
where
up.
she gets groped.
The girl can't be physically older than 8. Are you okay? She nods. Good. Who are you? I don't have a name, she says. Do you know where you come from or what you're doing here?
I just want to point out, this is a month after the last one, and in the last one she was 10 and was saying I can be a mom or a girlfriend, repeated that she could be a girlfriend twice at the age of 10. It's been a month, and now she's 8. And now she's 8. She's gone down in age as time has gone on.
I was designed to be a female companion to whoever played the game, she said. I see. So how does it work exactly? Well, set me down and name a female character, any character. Okay, I reply, confused, setting her down. Princess Peach, I guess, transforms into Princess Peach. I stare at her in shock. Her in shock. One word. Not knowing how to react. I stare at her in shock, okay. Now,
That's me, because
you
the
can
comment
add
changed system on
more
DeviantArt's really
to my
stupid.
coding by making me a teenager, still not an adult, giving me a diaper, what you actually want, or anything
You're
want,
8 years
she
old.
says.
You're 8
And
years
how
old.
do I do that? Just tell me how you want me to look, she says. Okay, Amazon height and figure. So, like, not too far off from fucking Doodle's regular fucking height. She transforms into Amazon Peach.
Doodle actually keeps yo-yoing what her height is. She says she's 5'4", and then she says she's 6'4", and then she'll say she's 5'11", and then she'll say she's 6'1", and then go back to 5'11". So I don't fucking know.
Round it out and just say 6 foot. She looks down at you. I can change in any video game female, or shape or size, or even male video game characters as female, she says. You could just ask me to shrink down to a normal size. Sorry. I didn't really think. It's okay. Anyway, we should probably figure out what caused this. Oh, I was designed this way, she says. I mean, what happened for you to come out of my screen from a game? Okay, let's try a female Link. Easy. That would be a twink. She says, turning into something you
Well,
see commonly
female Link wouldn't
online.
be a twink.
Shut up. It's a funny joke. Wow. I simply say, absentmindedly, which is one word, reaching out to her chest. She doesn't stop you from groping her. I move closer, slowly squeezing her breast. She blushes and doesn't stop you. Could you make
8
them
years old.
bigger? She inflates the C cups. She inflates the C cups to a size E, an 8-year-old with E cup breast. I think, before looking at her rear, could you make your butt, say, 5 times bigger? She nods and does so. Are there any size limits to this expansion? He shakes her head. I'm not like the coding to a video game. I can literally be
No,
any
I'm like
shape.
the coding
Oh,
to a
I'm
video
like a
game.
whatever. I can be any shape or size. However, that doesn't mean it'll look good. Okay, I reply, one of my hands groping her breast while the other massaging her rear. You can't seem to reach the back of her rear. Wow, I never thought it would be this big. And I'm gonna read 2 more and then I'm done with this one. It's what you asked for. I know, I reply, squeezing and rubbing her ass cheek. And then that's where we're stopping it because that's where it ends anyway. But dear God.
No, it does go on. It's just that's where like that part ends. She does turn on her alternate account on that. And you can go over to DeviantArt and check for yourself. Like that one does continue.
This comes from the computer program Roleplay. What worked?
This
The
one's
girl
bad.
turns
This
to you
one's
and
bad.
asks,
This one's long. You have to read all of it because it gets really bad towards the
you read
end.
it. You read it.
Oh, Chad, this is torture.
I'm not reading all of it. How long is it? Let me see. How long is it?
This one's if I'm not mixing them up, this one's pretty long because this one needs a lot of like you need to see what happens before it gets to the end because the end is really bad and there's a lot of build up to it.
So, is this one worse?
Yeah,
or
this one.
is this one
this
worse
one's the
or is
bad one.
floppy disk worse?
Like I was telling you when we were on our break, like I genuinely don't know which one's worse. They're both really, really bad. This one has her like mentally 5 years old masturbating,
You know what?
and
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
one
yeah,
has her
yeah.
as 8 years old
This is
and
what we're gonna
massaging
do.
her ass.
Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna summarize what happens in those two. And we're not gonna read that because I don't want that shit on my channel. How's about that?
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. That's what I was saying. Like, I actually don't know if we're going to read these because they're really,
Summarize
really fucking
what
bad.
the computer program is and how it
Okay.
goes about while I scroll through it.
Okay. So the computer program is there's some kind of computer program, obviously, that lets people edit anyone. And so the person goes on to edit Doodle, and Doodle specifically wants is like, I want you to make me a cute redhead who needs diapers. And
So
like,
no change.
that happens. That happens. As like I'm bullied in school, like kids don't
So
like
no
me.
change.
I make it so that like you're a big you're like the biggest ABDL person. And then instantly this is what fucks me up because like it seemed like things were going like I can't say normal. I physically cannot say normal. It was going in a completely different direction. But then he's like, okay, well, I want people to like you. I want you to have been like have friends at school. So it's like I want you to um I want you to actually wait, hold on. Oh, I might have gotten them backwards. Yeah, I got them backwards. I got them
Okay, so
backwards.
do you
This
want
one's
to
actually this one.
restart?
Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
chat.
okay. I'll
Uh,
scroll
I
back
got
up
them
and you'll
backwards.
restart it.
This one, it does let you edit anyone, and um, you can edit yourself. You can edit other people, and Doodle specifically wants to be edited down to a 5-year-old who needs diapers, and goes on there to specifically make it so that she's like constantly needing diapers. Like she literally can't not wear them. Like
So
it's
any of
really
her fucking
nasty.
role plays.
Yeah, and the guy, like, she repeats multiple times, like, she can't be any physically older than 8. Um, and, uh, I make myself your younger, cuter sister. I'm reading parts of it as I'm scrolling down trying to summarize
Funny
it. I
thing
make
is,
myself
while
younger,
you
cuter
say that,
sister,
it's
which,
it's also showing it on my screen.
that's funny, that's really funny. Which by being my sibling, you become cuter too. Um, she becomes younger, 8 years old, like I said. Uh, And then the guy is like, "Well, I want you," like, they're kind of fighting back and forth. Doodle is the one in control of this. The other guy, like, he is into, like, giantess, and he keeps trying to push it in that direction, but Doodle keeps denying it and goes in her direction, which is making her 8, making her diaper dependent, making her talk like a toddler, and uh he tries to give her large breasts. She's unhappy because she wants to be 8, so he gets rid of those and instead gives her a big ass. And she's like, I would prefer not to have that, but like that remains anyways. And then he goes on to make it so that her ass is really sensitive, and he makes her ass really sensitive and then gives her a massage on it massages her ass as an 8-year-old, and Doodle is just like, "Yep, okay, I'm okay with that," and starts moaning as he's doing it, and then he's like, "Just tell me when to stop," and she's just like, "Keep going," and after that's done, she like gets up and adds someone new to the roleplay, like that's another version of herself, and has it so that she's now their child who is like unable to be potty trained ever. It's really fucking gross. It's really fucking gross. Like it's honestly hard to fucking sum up, especially because it's so fucking uncomfortable. It's just really fucking nasty. The main point is she specifies that she is 8 multiple times and wants to be 8, and then also is okay with having her ass massaged as an 8-year-old and moans while having her ass massaged as an 8-year-old. Like that one's really bad. The floppy disk is arguably worse. Like I genuinely don't know which one's worse. They're both really bad. The floppy disk was like what I was saying before. Doodles is venting about having a shitty life, how no one liked her when she was in high school, and the person who's going through is like, well, I want you to have friends, so I'm going to make it so like you were more well liked in school, and that doesn't really go anywhere. So he's like, oh, Doodles says something. It's like I liked ABDL shit, so he goes in to fucking add that is like I get bullied for it. Is like you are really popular. You are like the biggest ABDL person in the entire school. You're really popular for that. And suddenly, after he says that, they're no longer in a school setting. Doodles is now mentally 5 years old at her house, uh, literally goo goo gaga, I'm a baby. Can't really do anything for herself. Uh, Sits down, watches cartoons like a child, eats macaroni and gets it everywhere like a child. And like this is described throughout the entire thing. Plays hide and seek, is like, oh, I'm a little baby, haha. And and then it's after hide and seek, like, oh, I'm sleepy, I'm gonna go take a nap. And then the guy, like, opens back up the thing and goes to edit her more and says, "Oh, I make it that you're really curvy. And I make it so that you like playing with yourself." And Doodles doesn't stop that. It's like there's now multiple instances of, like, me enjoying masturbating throughout the entire, like, history thing. And then he goes in to check on Doodle, who has taken her diaper off and is now masturbating. And that's basically where that one ends. It's really fucking gross. It's really fucking gross. And that was the second one I had ever read going into, like, because Doodles had said something about writing a really distasteful rape fic, and I wanted to go and see that because I was like, what the fuck do you mean you wrote a distasteful rape fic? What the fuck? I could not find that. I found some of these roleplays that said, I was like, well, that kind of reminds me of the Game Girl roleplay. I'll open those up and I'll check those out. The floppy disk is the second one I had opened up and I was reading, and that one where she was mentally 5 years old, like, it disgusted me so fucking much, and it made me realize it's not just the diaper shit. And the Game Girl one was not a one-off. And if this one is here, and if this one is as bad as it is, what's in the others? Like, you will not be able to convince me after everything that I have seen from Doodles herself that Doodles is not sexually attracted to children. Because there is so much in here where Doodles is specifically, like, getting off to being a little 8-year-old to a little 10-year-old girl. It's really fucking creepy. It's really fucking gross, and I fucking hate it, and that is why this document exists. If there was none of that in any of the roleplays, again, this document would not exist. It is the sole fact that there are so many instances of, like, being a child and children being involved in these nasty fucking fetishes. That's why this exists. Especially because Doodles has defended so many fucking predators and has been around so many fucking predators. She defended George Raccoon, who groomed people, and then defended the groomer. It's like, I don't really think that was grooming when it was blatantly fucking grooming, and it's gotten on to people for doing less than that. Avi was her friend. She was really close to. Like, she's defended Ben the Looney's child porn that he's drawn. There's so fucking much. Doodles has defended so many creepy fucking people and allowed them back in around children. Like, Doodle is dangerous. Doodle should not be allowed around children online or in person. I do not trust Doodle around children at all. Like, it actually fucking sickens me.
Okay, before you get too upset, let's finish this up. Creepy stuff. Creepy OC ships. Doodletones' minor character is in a sexual relationship and is in sexual situations. Doodle's character Emma is described as 16. So we can see this character is being sexualized and they are 16. We see stuff I had to censor with this character being in sexual situations when she's 16. And yeah, that keeps going on. And then part 7, bonus round. What is bonus round, babe? Oh,
Did you
bonus round.
skip?
Yeah, I skipped. I told you I skipped.
You skipped the creepy ship. You skipped one of the worst ones. Doodles has a lot of characters.
God. Okay.
Doodles has over 100 characters.
I was trying to
Doodles
prevent
has
you
over
from
100
freaking the fuck out, but continue.
I know, but I want people to know this one, because this one's really fucking nasty. Doodles has over 100 characters. Doodles has very few characters she has in relationships together, and one of the very first ones is with a character who is physically 9 years old. Doodles has 2 characters. One is physically 9 years old, and Doodles immediately starts shipping that 9-year-old character.
Oh, it's the green-haired one?
With the
black
one with
and
black
green?
hair with green tips. Yes, that character is described as being 9 years old, and that is the main relationship Doodle draws between her and the one with the green shirt. That one is a constant relationship, and it's constantly either okay, so the one who is physically 9 looks physically 9 is mentally 18. So either they are in a relationship with someone who is actually 9, which is pedophilic because the other character is mentally 18, or the character is 18 or older and is with someone who looks physically 9. Like, it's just fucking nasty
And
any way
all
you
of this
spin it,
stuff is from
especially because the one
2016.
who, yeah, all of them, like, this is after Doodle became an adult. Doodle designed this character after she was already 18. All of these characters, or, all of this art, it's always the blonde one, the one who age is dubious, constantly groping and grasping onto the one who is physically 9, who looks uncomfortable in most of them. And it's really fucking creepy. It's really fucking creepy.
Okay, so
And
now bonus round. What is this bonus round? Is this
other
reviewing the
stuff that
fucking... It looked like it was a review for that stupid fucking manga.
oh yeah, this is going over Trap Quest. This is actually a couple things. This is stuff where like I didn't know where else to put them,
Oh,
but I
okay.
wanted to point them out.
Okay. So I'm just gonna scroll through it and just be done with this. Because this isn't very interesting. It's bonus time, but I don't really care. And I feel like wrapping this up, because I'm definitely fucking done. I am done with this shit.
Same. It's just it's really really fucking gross.
We need to do Doodletones OC reviews. Oh wait, this is the last
No,
one we
they're
need to
all
read. This
boring.
is the only one we need
Yes,
to read.
yes, yes. I
Time
put that at the very bottom
Diaper.
for a reason.
Yes, I was hoping this would be here. Okay, this is what we're ending it on. This is the best thing ever. So, Doodletones got really upset because Medicare fucking called her Doodle Diapers. Medicare called her Doodle Diapers and never elaborated. Doodletones spent the next 10 years telling everyone that Mr. Medicare made it up, and that I made it up, and that Darkscythe made it up, and that everyone used it just to bully her. Now let's read this. Time Diaper. Time Diapers. Behold! From the creator of the D-Diaper, Doodle Diapers Incorporated brings you the Time Diaper. Just think of an age and you'll become it. With the only downside being that you'll be a bedwetter. But for those who will play, that isn't a problem. Order now! Start RPing! Fucking end yourself! I love that Doodletones made up Doodle Diapers. Doodle made Doodle
Mm-hmm.
Diapers. The company making all
Mm-hmm.
these magical cursed diapers is Doodle Diaper.
Yep. Oh, if you scroll up a little bit above that, just go up to one part above that and you see did I ever ask you how you got interested in them? Just
Don't think so,
scroll.
but to be honest, I don't really remember how exactly. I think when I was on warpmymind.com looking for hypnosis files to help me be more feminine, I saw diaper files from there, and I remember reading a lot about ABDLs and what they were, and eventually getting into a story about 3 girls finding a magical diaper that regressed them to the age they thought of where I got the idea for the Time Diaper roleplay. It was really cute. and I guess it just escalated from there. So Doodletones is Christian. She actually
Do you
thought
want to know
sissy
why that's
hypnosis was
important,
real.
chat? Do you want to know why that's important? Because despite the fact that it clearly shows that a lot of this dates back to at least 2012, this is a month before Doodle met her alleged groomer Alex. This is a month before she found someone who was being creepy with her, was being weirdly sexual with her, but she was 3 months away from her 18th birthday, and everything she was doing with him, she was already doing well beforehand. And it was also, like, she had put up boundaries with the person, and we did not see the person, like, pushing past those boundaries. Like, Doodle, the person wanted to meet up at some point in the future in person. Doodle put up a boundary of, I don't want that. And that never happened. So, like, it is creepy. I'm not saying that guy isn't a fucking weirdo, but I do not believe that guy groomed Doodle into her fetishes,
Well,
because everything that we see in those two's conversation was already happening well before they met.
we have more time to talk about that if we watch the video Doodle talking about her experience. But for right now, that is the conclusion to our first arc of Doodletone stuff. If we continue on to more Doodle stuff, you will know. If we decide to continue torturing ourselves, I will announce it. But for right now, the history of Doodletone's diaper days is done. We went over everything I wanted to go over. We went over all the degenerate stuff on DeviantArt. We went over all of the diaper role plays. We went over everything that you could want to. And somehow we skimmed by all the really fucked up shit that would get us kicked off the internet. So, hopefully, you guys found this video informational. Right now, these are 3 streams on Doodletones, but soon they will be edited, they will be spliced together, and made into one full video. So, if you're watching the stream version, go watch the other 2 streams if you haven't yet. If you're watching the video version, just hit like, because, dear God, I don't know how you made it this far. Comment how messed up you think Doodletones is in the comment section down below. And I pray God have mercy on your soul that you don't ever wake up in the diaper dimension where Doodletones is your tormentor. But yeah.
I'd rather kill myself, unironically.
Have a nice
If that
night.
happened,
Bye.
I would honestly.
Have a nice night, guys.
Ugh.
Bye.
Bye.